Coming up on Here's the Truth. Homeowners and advocates head to the Capitol seeking reimbursement for thousands of dollars in fees.
Robbinsdale is spending $75 per tree to treat them. Right next door in North Minneapolis, they're spending over $2,000 per tree to remove them.
How to identify if emerald ash trees on your property will need to be removed. And how one woman is introducing Black Minnesotans to water with her organization, Sankofa Swim. Plus an exclusive performance by Chadwick Niles Phillips. Here's the Truth starts right now. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm independent journalist Georgia Ford. This week, we turn to the Capitol, where Minneapolis residents who paid thousands of dollars in fines are advocating to be paid back. The emerald ash borer crisis in Minneapolis created financial inequities for Black and brown homeowners, and now organizers are pushing to get legal protections. That's this week's top story. The sound of a falling tree in the forest is how some might describe the removal of ash borer trees, with Minnesota having nearly 1 billion across the state. But for some, these trees mean a lot.
The tree that was taken out of my yard was the oldest tree. I called it the mother tree. I grow food on my property, so the mother tree helps manage the root system and the soil. It talks to the other trees and the other plants.
Our state is being hit hard by the ash borer crisis.
It started in the South Metro. It's working its way up further north all throughout the state. Ash trees encompass 20% of all trees in the state of Minnesota, and they're all going to be gone. Some are being treated, but for the most part, we're going to be losing all of our ash trees.
Lance Gardner is the owner of Yes Trees, a company that specializes in tree removal.
This is anywhere from a $700 to $900 tree to remove completely.
Although this is an issue affecting the entire state, North Minneapolis residents feel they've been hit harder than others, and so they're taking their fight to the Capitol.
This ordeal has underscored a profound mismanagement of the tree removal process in Minneapolis particularly, disproportionately impacting constituents who can least afford it.
According to Hennepin County Commissioner Irene Fernando, nearly half of the trees up for special assessment are on the north side, and the average cost for removal ranges between $1,700 and $10,000.
My name is Roxanne O'Brien. This is my daughter, Oya Bridewell, my friend Felicia Perry from the north side.
Roxanne and Felicia, along with other Northsiders, have been pushing for accountability.
I know I'm tired. It's been at least a year or two that we've been fighting against the park board.
Community members feel like the north side has been targeted by the Minneapolis Parks and Recreation Board.
I don't even know what to say. I wasn't going to talk today. But man, every time I come here, I'm like, there's more things to talk about. I am so frustrated with you all. I don't even know why some of you are on this board other than to terrorize our community.
When we reached out to the Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board for comment, they said in part, the MPRB paused contracted tree removal on private property in disadvantaged areas on December 12th. But residents say it doesn't reverse the damage that's already been done.
We also went to the city and made a new resolution in about 2016 that told communities basically not to use treatment. The park board was using that resolution like it was law. So they didn't tell communities that we could treat our trees.
This ordeal has underscored a profound mismanagement of the tree removal process in Minneapolis particularly, disproportionately impacting constituents who can least afford it.
Robbinsdale is spending $75 per tree to treat them. Right next door in North Minneapolis, they're spending over $2,000 per tree to remove them.
If you catch these beetles in time, you can still treat the tree, which is what we're trying to help as many people do as possible, because it is the most cost-effective way, plus you get to keep the nature in your yard on your property.
Felicia says she received confirmation from the Minneapolis Parks and Rec Board Director, Ralph Seifert, that her trees were not tested before being removed.
How is it that your inspectors can come charge people for things that they can't even prove, and then we don't even know who they are? How is that fair? How's that a fair transfer of service?
I grow food on my property, so the root system matters. And taking the oldest tree on my property that shades my house in a neighborhood that's 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the city.
Lance walked us through some of the signs that an ash tree may be infected.
That one's super infected but hasn't been treated. So there you can see right in the base of the tree all you're looking for. So when you're going out to mow your lawn and you see bark on the ground, your tree's sick.
Yeah.
This is the crown of the tree, meaning if the tree was standing, these are the branches that are out at the top of the tree. So the first signs at the top of the tree, right in here, you're going to see some what we consider white spots in your tree, which is where the bark is starting to peel off. So we got some here, we got some here, we got some here. And those are going to be your first signs that the beetle is in your tree because the bark is starting to peel off. Once that bark is completely off, you get a little bit better of a sign that the larva is in your tree. So these little squiggly lines right here is the larva that these woodpeckers are going after. And when I say woodpeckers, if you look here, here, and here, those are holes where woodpeckers have been eating this larva that has been living underneath here in these trees. Then they become beetles and they start eating away.
Many residents say they're receiving bills for removal that they can't afford to pay.
This is not just an issue about trees. It's an environmental issue. It's an issue about tree canopy. But when we talk about removals being high enough to remove people from their ability to be stable in their place of living, it's also kind of a housing issue.
And if homeowners aren't able to pay, the cost is added to property taxes in the form of a lien.
I was told if I couldn't pay the full amount of the cost, and interest would be added to my property taxes in the form of a lien.
I'm here before you today as a victim of this injustice. NPRB billed me $4,985.33 for the removal of a single tree on my property, threatening my home with an assessment if immediate payment is not made.
If we can't pay the lien on our houses and those property taxes, they can forfeit our stuff and take it. And that's an economic injustice in itself.
It's generational wealth.
And that's generational wealth that they're stealing from us.
The Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board received $500,000 from the Margaret Cargill Fund to provide assistance for tree removals. But according to estimates, the total amount of fees issued far exceed that amount.
You guys scammed our community. How would you even sleep at night?
This is a very difficult issue. It's statewide.
It's not as difficult as it is for Black and brown people who can't afford this.
We followed the law and we're trying to make the law.
If you didn't follow the law, you made the law work for y'all.
That's why residents are backing a bill in the state Senate trying to get retroactive pay for the cost of tree removal, not just for themselves, but for those across the state.
This proposed bill has the potential to begin the investment and reinvestment in an urban area that was mapped as a Negro slum in 1935 by the city of Minneapolis.
The bill as it's currently proposed would be a tax credit up to 50% of the cost of the tree removal, limited to $1,000.
As advocates continue to push this bill through the Senate, they're fighting for everyone across Minnesota, hoping to lighten the burden for other residents.
They keep saying that it's going to be hard to give us back any money, but it's like here we are doing all the work for the entire state to make sure that this doesn't happen to other communities again. So how can they keep telling us that they won't help us?
Still ahead, reclaiming our relationship with water. How one woman is introducing Minnesotans to water with her organization Sankofa Swim. Plus, an exclusive performance by Chadwick Niles Phillips.
See your mic is all that we needed, right? Then the party was on. No shootouts, just positive vibing and my favorite song.
This commercial break is powered by U.S. Bank's Access Commitment Initiative. U.S. Bank is building Black wealth by uplifting and supporting Black-owned businesses like these.
Hi, I'm Devonna Pittman, founder and CEO of Nature Syrup Beauty. Like so many other Black women, I navigated a love-hate relationship with my hair that led to me formulating a line of plant-based hair care. Nature Syrup is more than a beauty brand. It represents the essence of what people with textured hair desire to see when they look in the mirror. Share the love of Nature Syrup by purchasing our products at naturesyrup.com or Macy's.com.
Visit Plant Bar Cafe to experience the power of cold pressed juice. We do juicing differently. We specialize in cold pressed juice, bringing you a wide range of nutritional benefits and a delicious taste. It can boost your immune system, promote clear skin, and even help prevent diseases. Whether you're an active individual or someone looking for a nutritional energy boost, we're here to support you on your journey to a healthier and brighter future.
I'm Asisa Say, founder and CEO of Push Strategists. At Push, we're not just about business. We're about creating meaningful social impact to foster economic advancement for communities of color. We are a team of multicultural experts, enabling us to provide a variety of solutions for your business and your career. We can help with everything from training, career coaching, personal development, small business development, and more. Let us help push you and your career to its purpose.
My name is Darren Kelly, owner and founder of Divine Shine Cleaning. For more than 5 years, we've provided both residential and commercial cleaning services. If you're a business owner and you need your office cleaned, or if you're too busy and need some help at home, we do it all, from move-outs to regularly weekly keep-up. Our mission is to create happiness in the space of our clients. We believe a happier space is a cleaner space. Give us a call or text today. Find out how we can help you, your home, or your business. 763-363-1880.
Hello, my name is Hanifa and I am the owner of Glow Skin Space located in Crystal, Minnesota. Here at Glow Skin Space, we offer a wide variety of services from chemical peels, dermaplaning to facials, and oh yeah, teeth whitening. Here at Glow Skin Space, we treat you like family. So whenever you want to book a spa experience, please make sure to call us at 612-281-8989.
Studies show that roughly 70% of Black Americans cannot swim. Now, that disparity is largely due to America's ugly history of segregation, with pools not being exempt. Dr. Ayana is making waves. Her mission to help the community reconnect with water and reclaim our aquatic heritage. Take a look.
Ready, set, go. When I get in water, I just feel free. I feel liberated. I feel like it's the only place where I can be all of myself.
Wading deep in the water is where Ayana Roku has been finding freedom since she was 6 years old.
My swim story started actually here in the Twin Cities. I grew up, I would say, with a dual citizenship in St. Louis, Missouri and Minneapolis, Minnesota. But I learned to swim at Blaisdell YMCA, and I would see the lifeguards sitting up on the lifeguard chair. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. And my mom just really understood that it was important, put me in swim lessons, and I think I just never turned back.
Dr. Ayana is making waves with her organization, Sankofa Swim Institute. She founded it to transform Black aquatic culture by designing culturally specific programming and swim trainings.
Like 64% of African Americans don't know how to swim. So that's a lot of us, and a lot of us do have that trauma behind it. That's really what I want to change.
When you hear a number of situations that take place among the Black and brown community, of people that are out there and they drown. A lot of them are kids because they did not know how to swim.
And at 63 years old, Janie Westbrook says it's never too late to learn.
I've always wanted to learn how to swim, had a number of attempts with other people that don't look like me. And she said, Miss Janie, I can teach you how to swim. So last year, I started taking private lessons with her. I started off as a group with me and my two granddaughters, Kai and Sarai. You see them just evolve. It's wonderful to see.
I've learned how to dive. I've learned how to swim back and forth. I like the sensation where you can just like float on top of the water and let it take you wherever it goes.
And for 10-year-old Sarai Westbrook, these swimming lessons are more than just spending time with her beloved granny.
I'm so determined to learn how to swim is because when we go on field trips to water parks and my friends would go in the deep end, I would feel left out if I could, because I couldn't go with them. But as soon as I learned how to swim, I'll be able to go with them and have fun with them.
Some of the most beautiful transformations happen within the first 10 minutes of sessions. So it's that not believing that I can be in here and be comfortable, and then the ease that comes with, okay, I've learned how to breathe, and now I feel a little bit more at ease. That little transformation, that's one of the best I see almost every time I do a session.
I've been able to go from one end of the pool to the other. I'm not afraid of, going into the deep end. I'm not afraid of diving in. And that was the whole thing, making sure that me being safe as well as my grandchildren.
Dr. Ayana invited me to join her in the water, but I was hesitant to get in. After talking to her about my water story, I realized it's because I nearly drowned as a kid. I got to see firsthand how Dr. Ayana naturally makes you feel comfortable in the water. So I got in and eventually even got my hair wet.
Black women, their hair in the water is tumultuous. I know how we are. We spend that money on that hair and it's like, not going swimming this week. And I think just growing up in Eurocentric societies and learning over time that either what our hair does when it's wet is not good or it's not okay, that has become internalized over generations. And it's just something that we have to unlearn. It wasn't always that way because people of Black and African descent were always the best swimmers, boaters, divers, fishers, surfers of our time. There is a book that I recommend. It's called Undercurrents of Power, from the early 1300s and 1400s to the early 1800s, what we as people of African descent were doing in water. And we were amazing. We've been free diving. We've been getting jewels and gold and clams and all these things off the bottom of the ocean. And the way we were in water, this is where the idea of mermaids come from. It's us.
Something about you seems different. I can't quite figure it out.
Europeans were watching us from their boats, which they were afraid to get into water. They were like, it's impossible for any people that don't have fishtails to be able to do this. But no, it was us. And we were in there doing that thing. This is what our greats were doing to connect with the world, to connect with the earth. And so, yeah, we got to know that. We got to know that it lives in our body and our bones.
Mastering the water.
My legs are super heavy. And so
finding healing in the water. Waiting in the water.
I want that for as many people as possible. And this is about liberation. This is about something that was stolen from us. We were told that we weren't able to do it, we couldn't do it, and we have to get it back. If we're not using the water, we are completely missing a calling that's built into our bloodline and our genetics. It's a place that we connect with our ancestors, that we connect with ourselves. A lot of our healing is tied up in this, and if we're not aware of that, we will continue to be in bondage in so many ways. To be free in water is to be free.
Good vibes and good energy. Stick around for an exclusive performance by Chadwick Niles Phillips.
I'm on a quest to fulfill the best of my will, making checks that ain't nothing less than a mill. But if I have to change me, then I'd rather be broke because my self-respect.
I grew up here in the Twin Cities. It gives me joy to give back to the community that first gave to me. I opened 2 Subway franchises in my hometown, St. Paul, 2 years ago. With endless options and fresh ingredients, we take pride in making it your way every time. You're welcome. Whether you're on the go or taking a break, Subway's the perfect place for fresh, fast, and delicious.
At Nail Partners, we prioritize people. We understand how real estate can unlock a community's aspirations. From the very beginning of a project to its completion, we create space for collaboration. By bringing people together from all walks of life, we're able to build a shared vision that benefits everyone. Because if we want stronger, healthier communities, everyone deserves a seat at the table. Nail Partners, built for community.
Get your resume ready for the biggest People of Color career fair yet. Expanding to the ballroom at the Minneapolis Convention Center to meet the high demand. Over 50 major employers are already committed to be in the room for the best networking and hiring event in town. Will you be there? Get there with ease with your free ride pass from Metro Transit. The People of Color Career Fair is Wednesday, April 24th. Presented by Anderson Windows and Doors, U.S. Bank, and Midco. Register today. It's free. peopleofcolorcareerfair.com.
Persistent fatigue, brain fog, muscle weakness.
Millions are grappling with lingering symptoms of long COVID, unsure if they'll fully recover. But you're not alone. There is help available. Recovery is possible. Together, we can overcome long COVID. For more info, health.state.mn.us.
Black Business Enterprises is a power grid of over 1 million Black entrepreneurs worldwide. We exist to help you realize your business dreams. Plug into the grid.
It's time. Time for America's promises to Black and Brown Minnesotans to be fulfilled. It's time for us to equitably share in the wealth of our nation. That's why the Center for Economic Inclusion was created, to embolden employers to invest in Black and Brown-owned businesses and to leverage our talent to bring wealth into our community. The Center for Economic Inclusion measures what works, and we hold leaders accountable. The time is now. Build with us. Visit us online at centerforeconomicinclusion.org.
To the whole world, my name is Niles. Welcome to the Cold Fire Experience. We got Ryan Bynum, Derek Holloman, Brandon Johnson, and Jalen Spencer. The Avant-Garde, Snap, Georgia Fort. This is Cold Fire. I used to rock the wave cat with the Averex and black wallabies, polying with the diamond, it's half Guyanese, looking like Alicia Keys, /Sade back in 93. My style so cold, don't have fire freeze. Folding the paper like origami, no salami, please. Immortalize me as a sculpture by the goddesses. I'm that important, put my face on every dollar, please. I'm the unanimous one, no other honorees. The black MacGyver fixing Twain Sanaya. Fireman, what bigs on Jamaica reggae, make you flame your lighter. So I passe, we gotta save Haiti, Aya. They admire phenoms with a crazed desire. I crush grooves like the early 80s. Whether you're on the green line or pushing the pearl Mercedes, I'ma make sure that every coach shell a shot. So I turn up the heat to sizzle up the melting pot. Cold fire, cold fire. It feels like the ice age mixed with white flames. This is that cold fire, cold fire, cold fire. It's so cold, you gotta move to the black. It's so hot, you gotta move to the front. Hear that lava rocket smooth to the back. Feel the vibe and feel the groove. Yeah, the hot as lava, dude, not chill. Let me tell you where hip-hop came from, check it out. Peep the avenue with B-boy battle crews and rapping dudes. DJ Scratcher, Houdini, classic graffiti, park jams. People galore, Adidas velour, style and gear like you never seen it before. 4-finger rings, 3 Adidas stripes, 2 turntables, and 1 MC. A mic is all that we needed, right? Then the party was on. No shootouts, just positive vibe and my favorite song. There was the summer 89 was the joint, but I was only 8. Hearing sets of Sonic, watching everybody percolate. I was too young, but I could feel the song was great. That was before hip-hop started to terminate, to glorify a murder race in a horror state. Want some food for thought, get your spoon and fork, I'm a server plate. Without the forefathers, you wouldn't be here, that's a sure promise, so pay attention, plus your homage. Cold fire, it feels like the ice age, mixed with white flames, this is that cold fire, cold fire, cold fire. It's so cold, you gotta move. It's so hot, you gotta move. Hear it live and rock it smooth. Feel the vibe and feel the groove. Yeah, the hot as lava, dude, not chill. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Niles. I move like a modern day Fred Astaire, dressing debonair, jazzy, laid back in a leather chair. I like my ladies educated by the business, cooking dinners, body fitness, beautiful natural hair. I'm now David, check the suede blazer, glazed gator, smell my African oil scent. Got the AKAs and Delta graduates wanting me to stay late. Haters follow, so I make a disciple out of a naysayer. My pops is from the bebop era, a bass player. From gigging with the loneliest monk to symphony orchestra trunk. So it's in my genes to be great hater. I create my own lanes, I don't take favors. I hustle hard in the home of Purple Rain as the avant-garde CEO. Cause the name came a long way from broken nights on this ever purple train. Wishing that Prince was walking the earth again. Cold fire, it feels like the ice age mixed with white flames. This is that cold fire, cold fire, cold fire. It's so cold, you gotta move to the back. It's so hot, you gotta move to the front. Get it live, but rock it smooth to the back. Feel the vibe, feel the groove to the front. Get it hot as lava do not chill. Vibe out, shout outs to Vibe Out, shout outs to the Snap, shout outs to Georgia Ford, Jerome Treadwell. You know that we do our thing and we get our bread well. Put them up from where we're at to where you are. Put them up from the earth to the stars. Put them up, put them up. Not chill.
Coming up next week on Here's the Truth, a St. Paul woman is shaking up the world of education. Miss Mercedes is a fresh, dynamic teacher that's turning learning into a fun adventure for youth. Plus, an exclusive performance by Jamila Pettiford. Don't miss Here's the Truth, Saturday mornings at 11 on the CW Twin Cities.
I see here you recently had COVID-19. Your natural immunity can help, but with new variants emerging, your risk increases over time. These new strains may challenge your immunity, but getting vaccinated strengthens your defenses against these variants. Let's discuss your vaccination options today. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay up to date on your vaccinations to protect yourself and your loved ones. Visit www.health.state.mn.us for more information.
Here at BMT, our fellas noticed the common aspiration with our young black boys becoming an athlete. That's why we've rebranded to emulate a sports communication style, with teachers shining as the quarterbacks to their education. We huddle to showcase togetherness, brotherhood, and empowerment. Our kids will get to see BMT men excelling in classrooms and believing they can too. Together, we can portray black male teachers as world champions.